Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Become the Disruptor. My name is Magda. I'm a trauma-informed therapist. And today we're going to be talking about your nervous system, about human nervous system and what it was actually designed for and what it wasn't. And the problem that is arising in the modern society is actually this mismatch. When our nervous system has a certain capacity, has been created by Mother Nature in a certain way and has evolved in a certain way. And unfortunately, the lifestyle nowadays is making people dysregulated, overwhelmed, fragmented, and that causes a lot of mental health issues. And of course, in different videos I'm talking about this specific topic, so mental health and its crisis from different perspectives. But if we were to really boil it down to one thing, it is a capacity mismatch, which is what the modern life is demanding from humans and what we have been actually designed for. So a lot of the things from modern life are literally against your biology. But let's be specific, okay? So you feeling dysregulated and you feeling overwhelmed and fragmented nowadays in this particular time, that is not a weakness or a pathology or any personal failure. It is actually, like I said, it is a mismatch between the expectations that the culture and the modern lifestyle is demanding from a human being and actually what the human being actually is. So let's be now very specific and let's really focus on what human nervous system was actually created for and what was designed for and what evolved for. Yeah. So first of all, rhythm. So we have the day and the night, and we have effort and we have rest. That's it. As we can, unfortunately, what we can see is a complete, almost like removal of rest, because even when we're resting, it's not really rest, because then you on social media, then you have to constantly be productive. And there is this thing that what I notice in a lot of my clients is that they experience actually feelings of guilt when they're resting. And unfortunately, this is the demands of the culture. This is the demands, of the systems that we live in. And it is up to us actually to change these systems. And of course, I'm not talking about any grandiose actions, 100% not. I'm talking about you and your immediate environment. So really thinking about the rhythm. So day and night, effort, rest. How does that look like in your life? So really think about it. Again, what's the mismatch here between your capacity as a human being and what you have been designed for and the life demands on you? Okay, then we have another thing. So we have rhythm as the first one, then we have continuity. So staying in the process. So you continue with something, with your goals, with your objectives. But what we see again is this fragmentation, that we have trends. And trends are changing all the time. So there's the trend for healing, and now is the trend for something else. And then we have trends within healing. So we have ayahuasca ceremonies, then we have something else. And this is not continuity. So your nervous system again gets fragmented because there's just so many things. And these options, by the way, they are not real choice. They are choice that had been created for you to be probably even more overwhelmed. And actually, it's just a marketing choice. It's just for people to, a lot of the times, these new trends, they are simply for people to sell you more shit. And that, again, this is not what you have been designed for. Your nervous system gets overwhelmed when it has too much choice, which, like I said, it is an artificial choice, because none of these one-off experiences, let's say, will not gonna heal you. No, continuity will heal your nervous system, but you have to stay in that process. So continuity, as in staying in the process, that's what your nervous system has been designed for. Now, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you the biology, okay? Then we have the limited relational load. And again, because of the exposure of social media, so we have like, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, we are constantly literally bombarded with people commenting on their posts, wanting our attention, or not wanting our attention, whatever is your particular situation. But we have not been created for this relational overload. That's not, your nervous system gets overwhelmed for a reason, because it's breaching its capacity. The modern life is breaching its capacity. So your nervous system has been designed for limited relational load, and it is more designed for depth. So the depth of the relationships rather than the volume of them. So not like, 100 dates in a week, but maybe one date. But again, we have the demands that the whole dating industry is requiring, you have to date as many people as possible. Like, who says that? You? Because then I have to buy sessions from you as a dating coach? Guys, yeah, this is not in accordance with your nervous system. Your nervous system gets overwhelmed with all this choice from mental health as well. Then we have also, limited sensory input. And again, that kind of links to what I said with the relational load. It's exactly with the sensory load. So too much sensory load on you, too much sensory input, that just really kills your nervous system. So let's say eating all the time, having like snacks all the time, there's like, if you're not eating, then you're drinking something sugary. All this is sensory overload. Or like, going from one thing to another, like, let's do this and let's do, it's like, you have weekends packed with the things that you're supposed to be doing. That's not healthy for your nervous system. Again, this is against biology. And then after that, we have the predictable feedback from environment. And again, when you expose yourself to strangers online, for example, the feedback is not predictable. And of course, we cannot always predict the feedback from the environment. However, social media, let's say, are really adding to that. And, the internet itself, it's really adding to the unpredictability, because you just simply, there's just almost like too much relational threat. A lot of that is a sensory threat and a relational threat. So your nervous system is interpreting that as such. So again, thinking about how you can potentially change your environment so it can give you a bit more predictable, a bit more stable feedback. And then the big thing, which is a tolerance. So your nervous system was actually created for tolerance of uncertainty, not constant novelty. And this is the bit, I guess I gave the example of dating because I think it's actually a really good example, because it's like a lot of the people who are exchanging novelty and constant, oh, there's another girl, there's another girl, there's another guy, there's always going to be another guy. Is there? Like, I don't experience that there's like, that all those people are replaceable. No. And when you constantly seek the novelty rather than staying, let's say, with one person, and I'm not talking about, situations when a person is abusive, I'm talking about, a healthy relationship when two people are growing, and it is still uncertain, because whenever two people are growing, the outcome always going to be uncertain. What's going to happen, whether you're going to stay together or not. But chasing novelty over actually staying in the process within that particular context and example, because it could be anything. It could be within a job, within a career. You can put that context into any area of your life. So rhythm, continuity, limited relational load, limited sensory input, predictable feedback from environment, and tolerance for uncertainty rather than constant chasing of novelty. This is what a human being nervous system was created for. So as you can see, I was already trying to give you an examples of how does modern life looks like, because we do have constant input, we have switching between one task and the other, we have constant like emotional exposure without much resolution and without actually processing, and we have a lot of urgency, but that urgency is almost like never complete. Not according to your nervous system, because almost like sometimes sharing something on social media that might feel good at the time, but for your nervous system it's almost like you're seeking what are you seeking? Are you seeking validation from people that maybe you wouldn't even say hello on the street, or you wouldn't text normally? Better just maybe text a friend rather than sharing something on social media too much. I'm talking about these particular things. So this is what the human nervous system was designed for, and what actually creates that chronic dysregulation that we see like in everyday life is that your nervous system is actually not broken. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually functioning really well in a very dysfunctional culture that we live in. It's overloaded. There's basically, your capacity, the capacity of your nervous system is finite. It's not supposed to be constant thing one after the other. That's not a human nervous system. And that overload unfortunately then leads to burnout a lot of the times, reactivity, shutdown, numbing. So yeah, modern life is causing a lot of mental health problems. Yeah, and pills won't help for that, because pills are actually, a lot of the times they are actually just a blanketed solution for a way deeper problem, and we have a cultural problem rather than pharmacological problem on top of everything else. But in this particular thing, in terms of the nervous system, the culture can only be changed when we will change. So it's almost like, let's again not point the finger at like something outside of us needs to change. No, we got to change, and we have an impact on our immediate environment. Therefore, we can change that. Now, how you can actually start changing that? The solutions are very simple, but they are difficult to execute. So any I would say proper solution is simple, but it is difficult to execute in terms of the nervous system. So it doesn't require you to, there's no soothing. Your nervous system does not need more soothing, and does not need more regulation tricks or regulation modules, to buy from someone. No, you have to start building your capacity over time. And you have to absolutely start increasing your tolerance for uncertainty, for duration, for frustration, and for incompletion. So you have to start building your tolerance for ambiguity, because life can be a lot of the times ambiguous, especially when you're working towards healing. It will be ambiguous, it will be uncertain. The outcomes will be frustrating sometimes, because you're not going to get what you want maybe in that particular time frame. But you gotta still keep on moving. This is how you, through healing itself, that is building the capacity of your nervous system, but not soothing, because actually soothing a lot of the times it's almost like a lie. It's a lie. A lot of the times soothing is basically you lying to yourself, bringing a belief system or a model that will almost like push away the ambiguity again. So you're not building the capacity of your nervous system, you're just going on to another novelty. This will never gonna heal you. This will never gonna bring you more capacity. So that's why healing, when you're healing properly, there is no drama. It's almost like it does feel kind of boring a lot of the times, when I'm working with my clients, some of them long term, and that they decrease the amount of sessions that they have with me to sometimes I would say like once or twice a year. When they do come back, it's almost like they are so grounded. It's like the person that entered the therapy who was very chaotic and very kind of all over the place, and it was not it's not their fault. It's like they didn't see what needed to fall away from their life. in order to heal. And they were, you know, really precise. So the capacity grows with, that capacity of the nervous system grows with precision. So the things that need to fall away will fall away, and you need to be precise about these things. Consistency, they stay consistent with the process over a long periods of time until they saw some results, and time. So there's no urgency and there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. If anyone is offering you a shortcut to healing, this is not healing. This is just a trick, a marketing trick. There's no shortcuts. And I'm telling you that from a perspective of a therapist with almost a decade experience, but also a person who had been through trauma and had healed trauma. So when you heal in alignment with your biology, with your actual, you know, design, what your nervous system has been designed for, you will heal eventually 100%. That is a given, because this is physics and this is biology, and logic applies there. But logic, unfortunately, does not apply to marketing tricks. They are just marketing tricks, but they are not real healing tools. So I trust that that was helpful. If you want to book a session with me, you've got the links down below. I also got a new neuroaesthetic mini guide. So if you're interested in that, there's a link down below as well. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.